WWE Survivor Series Wargames was last night, and in this video I'm going to be recapping everything that happened as well as sharing my thoughts. As per basically every year, the women's War Games match opened up. They've had 2022, 2023, and 2024. The women's War Games match has always started off the show for whatever reason. But in this match, we had Team Rhea, which was, of course, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Naomi, taking on Team Liv, which was Liv Morgan, Candice LeRae, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Raquel Rodriguez. This was definitely a fun match. A lot of people have been hating on it, and I do think that they could have had somebody besides Nia Jax open it up. I think like Tiffany Stratton and Bayley would have been a little better because like they had Bayley opening, which is fine, but they also had Nia Jax, and I feel like Nia Jax isn't bad. I do like her. I think she's good. I think she's a good character and all that, a good wrestler. But I just feel like it would have been a little more fast paced if they would have had somebody else because it was pretty slow within the first couple minutes of the match, couple entries. The match was a bit slow, but it definitely got better as it went on. We had Rhea Ripley. She cleaned house. We had Io Sky doing the trash can spot. First up, I thought it was going to be the spot that she always does, but she actually did something different. She saw like one edge of the cage and she put like the trash can on her head and hit a moonsault on a bunch of people. And basically at the exact same time, on the other edge of the cage and the other ring, you had Tiffany Stratton who did a picture perfect swanton bomb in. It wasn't in perfect sync, but it was basically like at the same time as Io Sky doing her move. Like, dude, that was sick. I don't care what everybody says. I don't care what anybody says. This match absolutely smacked. I love most of it. I just didn't like the slow start. But we had Tiffany Stratton who was about to cash in shit because both Liv and Nia were laying down in pretty close proximity to each other. So Tiffany Stratton's like, I should cash in, but then here comes Raquel Rodriguez. They start arguing a little bit, and Io Sky was able to spray her with a fire extinguisher, and we didn't see any more briefcase spots for the rest of the match. I swear, so they just need to have Tiffany cash in that darn briefcase. It's not at all suspenseful anymore. They're just dragging this out longer than it needs to be. I thought it was cool at first, like Tiffany Stratton's repeated failed cash-ins, the teases, but it's just I don't know. It's just not doing it for me anymore. It's just not moving the needle. They've done it at like every pay-per-view, and I just think Tiffany Stratton needs to have a successful cash-in soon. But that didn't take away from the overall quality of this War Games match. I think it was really good. And of course, we ended off with Rhea Ripley up top with a riptide to Liv Morgan through a table to pick up the victory for her team. And she did pin the Women's World Champion. So does that mean she could get a shot at the Women's World Championship? Very well possible. But Io Sky is actually the one who's next in line. She will be facing Liv Morgan next. But as for this match, I really enjoyed it, even with a bit of a slow start. I definitely enjoyed this match, and I liked Rhea Ripley's mask as well. Super intimidating with like the horns coming off on the front. Imagine a figure of that. That would be dope. Two, yeah, no more, it seems, because Shinsuke Nakamura is your new United States champion. We had LA Knight taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, defending his US title. I was for certain that LA Knight had this victory, man. I was for sure he had this victory over Nakamura. He was gonna reign a little longer with the US title. He was gonna have it for longer. He was gonna retain his championship. And I actually said in my predictions, oh, I don't think it's likely that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win another title in WWE again. I low key butchered these predictions by the way, straight up. I thought the new Bloodline was going to win. I thought LA Knight was going to win. I butchered these predictions, but Shinsuke was able to pick up the victory after a really good match. I enjoyed this one. I thought it was well put together. I thought it was well paced. It was definitely good. He actually hit a Kinshasa to the back of the neck of LA Knight to win the US title, which is pretty cool. I like the new Shinsuke Nakamura. I love his new theme song. I think it's so cool. Like I liked his new entrance song when he debuted on SmackDown, but now he's got an even better one. it just sounds so sinister and so evil, so Japanese. Like I could just envision it being played during a dramatic scene in Karate Kid, straight up. I'm a Karate Kid fan if you didn't know. But Shinsuke Nakamura is your new United States champion. I guess that's pretty cool. I like Shinsuke. I like this new character. Just where does LA Knight go from here? I feel like he has to go back after Nakamura. But other than that, like I think there's a place for him, but I just don't really know what he would do if he's out of the US title hunt. Like what would he do? Also, LA Knight dropped his belt during his entrance and went on to drop the belt to Shinsuke Nakamura. Coincidence? I think not. This match disappointed me, man. Braun Breaker, Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser, triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. Going in, I didn't think Sheamus was going to win, but they had me at a specific point in this matchup. There was a chair wedged in the corner, which I honestly forgot about, and Braun was preparing to hit the spear on Sheamus, but Sheamus ducked out of the way. Head first into the chair goes Braun, bro kick, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the moment. They're putting this championship on Sheamus. Finally, he's completing the set. They're doing it. Nope. Ludwig Kaiser pulls the referee out of the ring. Of course, the third competitor in this match, because it was a triple threat. And like, dude, it's not like I wasn't expecting Sheamus to win. And overall, that's not the reason why I'm hating on this match. I just think it could have been better. Like I said in my predictions how excited I was for this match, and I feel like it was kind of disappointing. Like it definitely had its moments. There were some cool spots, cool moments. My favorite spot was probably Sheamus, that near fall from Sheamus. That was just brilliant, even if it was slightly disappointing in the moment. And I like Braun Breaker. I like his fast moves and all that quick pace moves. And I do think they're still gonna put the belt on Sheamus one day. It's just like the match itself, kind of disappointing for me. And just seeing Sheamus get pinned. Like I know I just said that I think he's gonna win the Intercontinental title, but it's just like, dude, like when are you giving Sheamus that belt? He's got to win the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 41. Match itself, I was kind of disappointed personally. Next, we had Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest. I enjoyed this match, alright? I thought it was really, really good, really well put together, especially when Damian Priest injured I believe it was the left shoulder mid-match. He injured that shoulder. It was getting attacked by Gunther, a bunch of these submissions. Gunther actually hit a Kimura on Damian Priest, like he put on a Brock Lesnar-like Kimura lock, which is way out of his comfort zone as a performer, but it was still cool to see Gunther experimenting with new styles. That is what I like about Gunther as a pro wrestler. I think he just has so many moves. He can alter his style based on who he's facing, and that's not something you see in modern day wrestling. You mostly see especially among like the top guys, you just see like the same moves, not necessarily in a pattern, but just like the same moves, not many new fresh moves being brought in, but Gunther, he alters his style based on who he's facing or an injury of that person that he's facing, and I just think that's really cool. But it still appeared as if Damian Priest had this victory in the bag. He was going to become El Campeon once again. But no. Finn Balor comes out of nowhere off the steps with a coup de grace on Damian Priest. Remember that one time he attacked Seth Rollins and he like sprang off the steps to hit coup de grace on him repeatedly? That's basically what he did to Damian Priest. He just can't leave Damian Priest alone, man. He's got the pin up frustration of Priest winning the world title when he didn't back in Priest didn't win the title in 2023, but Finn Balor's like talking like his matches with Seth Rollins last year, and like how he never won the title, but Priest went on to win the title, which is what led to the Judgment Day split. But Balor screws Priest. But before that, So Finn hit the coup de grace, and then Gunther is like, "What are you doing, man?" Kicks Finn Balor right in the face because he doesn't want a tainted victory. He doesn't want any help from anybody. Yeah, because he like wants to be the I guess like the sports based champion. He doesn't want anybody to like help him help him with his title defenses or anything. So he kicks Finn Balor, but then still takes advantage as he puts away Damian Priest. I think with a power bomb, he put Damian Priest down. He pinned him 1, 2, 3. Gunther is still your world heavyweight champion. Who beats him? I feel like it has to be CM Punk. I've said this before. Punk versus Gunther, maybe at the Royal Rumble, possibly. I don't know. I just think he should be the one to beat Gunther. Match itself, I really enjoyed it. And and WWE actually put on YouTube a parking lot brawl between Damian Priest and then Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Carlito. It was pretty intense. I recommend you check it out. Our Survivor Series main event. What else could it be? The Battle of the Bloodlines inside Wargames. Roman Reigns' bloodline and CM Punk. Solo Sikoa's bloodline and Bronson Reed. This match was complete and utter insanity. So many different things that I want to talk about with this match. But first and foremost, we started off with Jey Uso and Tama Tonga. I found it really funny how Tamatonga was like literally crawling all around the cage. Super creepy. Like Tamatonga, he's just really funny. I really hope they have a direction for. I know they're gonna have a direction for Jacob after the Bloodline's over. He's probably gonna become like a main event level star, beating down everybody. They're definitely gonna have a direction for Solo. I'm just a little nervous that they might not have anything for Tamatonga and just go ahead and release him. I hope they don't do that because his character is really funny. He has a lot of different like just funny things that he does, entertaining things that he does. Please don't fumble the bag with Tama Tonga WWE. He's really good. But we had Jay and Tama, really entertaining first sequence. Then we saw Bronson Reed come in. Then we kept alternating between OG Bloodline, New Bloodline, OG Bloodline, New Bloodline. And the New Bloodline had the advantage because Jacob Fatu beat Jey Uso on SmackDown. But as more and more people came in, Roman Reigns was about to come in, take out all the blood. What first up, I want to talk about this. So CM Punk was about to come in, but Roman Reigns actually blocked him inside the cage so Sami Zayn could come in and do some things, which he did. Took it to Bronson Reed a little bit. Then Roman Reigns was about to come in the next time that the OG Bloodline had a entry, and CM Punk literally hit him with his shoulder, just shoved him aside so he could enter the match instead. I'm like, holy crap, dude! You do not disrespect your OTC like that. But CM Punk comes in, he cleans house, he grabs the toolbox, beats down every member of the Bloodline with it. Then we saw Solo. And when it was Roman's time to enter, Solo locked the door, but Roman still found a way around it. He still climbed up the cage, took it to Jacob Fatu, took it to Bronson Reed, and we saw him hit a big cross body on everybody, which was cool. Not off the cage, off the top rope. And as time went on, Roman was helping out helping up Sammy, helping out the Usos. He neglected to help up CM Punk because they were all down. And then Roman Reigns accidentally speared CM Punk. Accidentally, keep that in mind. It was an incidental spear from Roman Reigns to CM Punk when Solo was about to spike him or something, and Roman went for the spear on him, but instead hit CM Punk. And that basically threw everything off until Bronson Reed scaled to the top of the cage and was about to hit a freaking tsunami on Roman Reigns, possibly end his career, but CM Punk just narrowly pulled him out of the way. And when I mean narrowly, I mean narrowly. He just barely pulled him out of the way. Bronson almost hit them both. That would have been insane. But Reed explodes through the table off the top of the cage. That's some severe guts for Bronson Reed to go through with that spot. So shout out to him. And of course, we had Jacob Fatu. He's the Samoan werewolf. Hardly anything can keep him down. So Jimmy Uso had to take drastic measures. He leapt off the top of the cage and took out Jacob Fatu with a massive Uso splash through the table. Jay said on the press conference that Jimmy broke his toe. So well wishes to Jimmy Uso for a speedy recovery. Of course, like that's a completely broken bone. He was like a wall. He was like limping at the end of the stage and all that, like limping up the stage. And Roman like gave him a hug and all that. But then we got to this. So we had Jimmy was back on his feet somehow after that massive splash, and Solo was surrounded by the entire team. Super kick by Jay, super kick by Jimmy, like double super kicks from Jay and Jimmy to Solo right into the corner. Sami Zayn hits a haluva kick. CM Punk hits a GTS and offers him up to Roman Reigns, who hits a spear. One, two, three. The OG Bloodline win. In hindsight, how could the new Bloodline have really won? Like I was severely wrong there, but the OG Bloodline pick up the win over the new Bloodline. Solo Sikoa still holds the Ula Fala, which means he's still the tribal chief, I guess. So we need tribal combat at WrestleMania. I think that would really top everything off for Roman and Solo and the story and all that. That would end the story. But this War Games match as a whole was absolutely insane. So many cool spots, so much good storytelling with Roman Reigns and CM Punk finally shaking hands after the match and accepting each other. And we had Paul Heyman outside after the match to congratulate everybody on a hard fought victory. And CM Punk whispered to Paul Heyman something along the lines of, "When I need that favor, I'll like say the word or whatever, and you'll give it to me." What could that favor be? Could it be Paul Heyman joining CM Punk as a manager? Survivor Series was absolutely insane. I had to go back and watch some of the moments and spots just that were that crazy, like Bronson Reed exploding through the table, the Uso splash off the top, the NSYNC, Tiffany Stratton, Swanton, and Io Sky moonsault. This show was just so crazy, so many cool moments, so much cool stuff. The only thing holding it back from being a 10 rating is probably the triple threat match. I felt like that match slightly under delivered. Just in my opinion, if you liked it, I understand. But like I just feel like it under delivered for me at least. But I'm gonna give this show an 8.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought about Survivor Series War Games 2024 in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys for the Royal Rumble in February. Yeah, we got a while. But Royal Rumble, that will be the next pay per view review that I do. Jed Wrestling, out.